Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I've been to Big Lots and I was looking for some new and unusual products to add to my prepper pantry and my prepping supplies. I made a limit to myself that I could pick out 10 items. Some of them were $1, but some of them were more. It's harder to set a dollar limit when you go somewhere like Big Lots compared to the Dollar Tree, because then when you get 10 items, you know they're going to be $10. So I figured by limiting myself to 10, perhaps I could stay within a $15 or a $20 budget. Anyway, let me show you the items that I got at the Big Lots to add to my prepping supplies. First, I bought a can of Libby's Country Gravy. This was only $1, and so it was a good buy to get a big old can of gravy. Something like a country gravy is easy to serve biscuits and gravy, toast and gravy. You can even cook some noodles or pasta, serve it over rice, even mashed potatoes, or use it as a base like a soup base and add other items into it and make it into a nice filling soup. The best by date is the end of 2023, so this can be in the pantry for 2 years and then even more, because many cans will last longer, but not all of them. Next, I found the Campbell's Chunky Chicken Pot Pie Pub Style Soup. This one is really good. It's something I hadn't even seen before the beginning of the pandemic. At the time, this was one of the few choices of soups that sounded good, and after I tried it, I realized it really is quite yummy, delicious, and it's filling. And so I've gone back and loaded up on it lots of times. It hasn't been available in Alaska lately, so I was glad to find it here while I'm visiting in the desert. So if you can find the pub-style chicken pot pie soup, try it out because it really is a very tasty soup. Big Lots has spices and seasonings for $1, and I found curry powder, and that to me is an unusual one to find for $1, and it's nice to have for a complete change of pace of flavors over some of the other foods that we eat regularly. So I was glad to get curry powder to add to my seasoning and my stockpile for only $1. This is a great find, the Bob's Red Mill Egg Replacer. It was $3.79, and this is a product that is absolutely great to use if you don't have fresh eggs and you want to still cook. Bob's Red Mill are very high quality products, and this egg replacer is perfect. I've had a hard time finding the Bob's Red Mill Egg Replacer when I've shopped for it on purpose, so it was a great find to find it at Big Lots. If you're interested in plant-based diets, I found the Lamalinda Pad Thai. Lamalinda products are very top quality. Lamalinda is part of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, which are vegetarian, and they produce these very high quality and tasty vegan products. So this one is non-GMO, it's plant-based of course, it's gluten-free, and it's vegan. And if you haven't had their products, some of them are very tasty. I was surprised at a few of them that I've had in the past at how spicy they were. It can be surprising how tasty and flavorful the Lamalinda products are. So if you haven't tried any, check them out when you see them. Many times I've seen these types of pouches for $4 and more, and this one was only $1 at Big Lots, and it doesn't expire until the end of 2022. I found a Knorr Spanish rice sides. This is a different flavor than I've seen in my regular stores and when I've shopped for the Knorr sides, so I thought it would be interesting to have a different type of flavor. I bought one of these to try it out and see if I want to buy more for my stockpile. This is also a Knorr product that I had never noticed before. It's a pasta side, cavatappi pasta with marinara sauce with tomato, basil, garlic, and other natural flavors. It's nice when you can find a whole grain and something that's perhaps is a little more nutritious than the regular old Knorr packages that we buy. So I was interested to find the two different sides from Knorr, the rice and the pasta, that were different, and each of them was only $1. So it's still a great buy to add to your prepper pantry. So I'm interested to try some new flavors, see if I like them. But if you haven't tried something, buy one. If you like it, you can always go back and get more. You don't want to stock up on something that you're not sure if anybody will like. Another great item was the Tricolor Quinoa. This is by Treviano. Tricolor Quinoa with shiitake and hazelnuts. Quinoa is a nice source of protein. It's a delicious, yummy grain, and this one has extra ingredients in it that are going to make it extra delicious. It's sort of like cooking rice. You add a little olive oil, you add some water, because this one has other ingredients in it. This could be a yummy meal in itself. This quinoa has 4 servings and each one has 6 grams of protein. Now this package of quinoa was $2.70, and many times I'll buy them at the Dollar Tree, and these are $1, but this one is only quinoa. The one from the Dollar Tree has 6 ounces. This quinoa from Big Lots is 8.32 ounces, and you can see through the little windows it is a lot more interesting. It has more flavors and other ingredients, so that's what's going to make it cost more and be worth a little more money than just a plain package of quinoa. If you want to find it for the very longest term, buy the single ingredient to store longer and last better in your pantry. But when you want to have flavorful meals that are easy and you still just want to add a little oil and water, go ahead and look for the mixes. But pay attention when you buy packages with mixed ingredients, because they're not going to last as long as single ingredients, because when the very first item in your mixed ingredients expires, that's when all of it would be expired. So you need to pay attention to the dates on your packages and try to rotate them within the guidelines. Many foods will last longer, but not always, so you want to pay attention. You don't want to find food spoiling in the back of your pantry because you forgot to pay attention to the date. I bought another package of the Bear Creek Creamy Chicken Pasta Mix. During this pandemic, I decided that I liked the taste of the Knorr creamy chicken pasta sides, and I thought, well, this one's only $1, but the Bear Creek is a little more than $2. You can see that the Bear Creek is a bigger package, it has more in it. I'm planning on doing a side-by-side taste test to compare these two and see, does the Bear Creek really make a lot more, and is it just as flavorful, or maybe a completely different flavor? Sometimes having smaller packages and larger packages give you options if you want to make a meal for one or you want to make a meal for your family. There's always ways that you can add to these and make them bigger, better meals. You could add a can of chicken, you could add some vegetables on the side, you could even stir in some more noodles and jazz it up the way that you would like to make it a bigger, better meal. I have been looking everywhere for paper bowls. I have lots of paper plates and disposable utensils, but if you want to have cereal or soup or something that's a little more sloppy, runny, and messy, you need to have a bowl. We may not always have the ability to wash our dishes, to have running water, and sometimes we need to use disposables. So I've been looking and looking, they haven't been available, and when I found them at Big Lots today, I went ahead and got 2 packages. Each package has 24 bowls, so this will be a nice addition to my prepper pantry. If you don't have enough paper products to see you through in some kind of a power outage or there's no more running water, think about all of the strategies you would need to cook, serve, and clean up your meals if you should lose your basic utilities. Be sure you're prepping for that obstacle as well. So these are the items that I bought at Big Lots today. I actually bought 11 because I bought 2 packages of the bowls, but I've looked for them so long, it would be foolish not to add an extra one. And that's why you want to make sure that you're setting aside money in your budget to have the things that you need, because prices are going up. Things are in short supply. It can be harder for us to prep these days, and we don't want to have to go without things if we don't need to. So look over when you go to the store, see if you can find something new and different to add to your prepper pantry. Make sure that you have lots of easy to open and eat, no cook meals, and then some meals that you could cook a little bit and you could still make meals and fill your pantry with those kind of foods, along with the longest lasting foods like beans and rice. If there's a power outage tomorrow and the water stops running, you don't want to start your first day of an emergency trying to figure out how to cook beans and rice when you could go in your prepper pantry and you could open up a pouch meal or a can and you would be able to have a meal. So get a variety of foods from open and eat to foods that require a little bit of cooking, plus the beans, rice, oatmeal, pastas, and the foods that will last for the longest term. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.